Welcome to the Gagootz Show, everybody. The two happy hosts, Nicole Lamonaco and Benny Rizzuti.
Hey.
And this is an official Gagootz Show because
we got the Gagootz.
we got an official Gagootz.
Hey, get your Gagootz out of my face.
This is a Gagootz. This, for those of you who say...
Finally, after all this time of everybody coming on the show going, Gagootz, like what is a Gagootz? It's the zucchini that finally made its debut here.
This is the first one out of my garden. I'm going to cook it up. Next week, we're going to eat it on the show.
All right.
Yeah.
You better bring some.
I'm going to bring some. To eat. And we have a guest. As a matter of fact, we have a guest on tonight's show.
Wow. Besides the Gagootz.
Besides, we're not going to interview the Gagootz. We're going to interview John Larrochia.
From Laughter Saves Lives.
From Laughter Saves Lives.
He's been on our show before. And you may have recognized him and seen him all around. So we're going to bring him up a little bit later on. In the meantime, we wanted to talk about you over the weekend. You went to the Donnie Most show that was brought to you by Madhouse.
Yeah, Madhouse sponsored. They produced the show, and they also streamed it live on pay-per-view, which I found out 2 million viewers. Oh, no. I'm sorry, he was kidding.
I'm kidding. I said I'm kidding.
Oh my God! Okay, probably three or four people watching it. All right, which I thought in the beginning. I thought maybe it was 3-4 people who just were too lazy to go to theater 3.
Honesty is the best policy. What did we just learn from this, people? Tell the truth.
And you learned something else if you didn't know it. Benny Rizzuti is the most gullible friggin' person in the world. Because I am so gullible.
But how was it? Did you have fun?
I had fun. It was a lot of fun. He sang Frank Sinatra. He sang Bobby Darin. Some other hits, Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Okay.
He was
all the classics from the jukebox of Happy Days, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Hey, but great voice. The guy can sing. The man can sing. And the place, I believe I'm telling the truth when I say it was almost sold out. It was almost sold out. It was really nice. It was great. Did
he have anybody open for him, or
just him with a 10-piece orchestra?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
he had
exciting.
He had a sax player. Was his director. His musical director was a sax player.
Right.
Then he had 2 horn players, 3 strings, an electric guitar, and a piano keyboard guy, and a drummer. Awesome. So 10-piece. It was great.
Where was it again?
In the Theater 3 in Port Jefferson. Port Jeff, Long Island, Theater 3, Main Street.
Did you know
great
anybody
theater.
There? Did you run into people there?
Yeah, well, the whole crew was there from Madhouse.
Right.
They were all there. I ran into them. But, no, I didn't see anybody that I knew. Because usually I'm that type of person.
Well, Nancy definitely is. Nancy's like, you and her know everybody. But she's like, how you doing? How you doing?
And she knows. There are times she'll say, yeah, I know. We were at a restaurant one time, and you said, where's Nancy? And I said, she knows the owner. And you said, of course she does.
Of course. She really did.
Yeah, Nancy knows everybody. But and we were talking about the laugh-off.
Right.
The laugh-off for governors.
Actually, there's, I think, 3 more shows lined up. There's definitely one tomorrow and Thursday, and then one on Sunday, and then one on the 6th, and that's 5 more shows. 5. So... I advanced to the next round, which is good. My mom was very proud of me. And I was up against 14 other people. I went up, and then who else won? There was another guy from Connecticut, and the other 2 guys I just met that night. So.
And they won.
They were both. All 4 of us were. We congratulated each other. It was really nice.
Great. So 4 of you won. 4 of you go to the next round.
Yeah. So it was funny. Last night we were at the Belmore Bean and at an open mic, and we were in chairs similar to these, and it was me, Mike Toohey, and Stephen Perillo, and Chuck Fox is actually on Thursday. He's going up for his what's the word? The competition date. And he goes, he's like, I can't sit here yet. I'm in the winner's circle, whatever. And we're like, come on. And it was funny. So, I'm encouraging everybody to go out there and watch and support each other, and if you're available and you want to go down to the brokerage or McGuire's for any of the shows, look it up online and check out everybody's Facebooks. Mine, I'll post it on my Facebook for who's going to be performing and whatnot, and you come down and support them, give them a nice crowd.
Yeah, do that. Now, when is your next round?
We don't know yet. We got to finish going through these ones.
Oh, this is 5 more shows of round one.
First round, yeah, and then once they find out who advances to the next one, then they'll pick the next date.
I think it's great. I do.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
I remember when they did one, like I think I mentioned this on the last show. In the 80s, they did one at Governor's.
Yeah.
And they had, the winners of that, it wound up being 2 people who won, and it was Hal Spear and Rich Jenny.
Okay.
Rich Jenny went on. They both passed away since then. But Hal wound up being a writer for Arsenio Hall's TV show and other shows he went on. And Rich Jenny had his own show at one time in like the late 80s, early 90s called The Platypus Man. And he was in the movie Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
His best friend.
Okay.
That's Rich
him?
Jenny, yes.
Oh.
And he was him and Hal Spear shared the winning, and they both went on to make. Hal became more of a joke writer, comedy writer, and Rich went on to be a comedy actor.
See, you never know what's going to come out of it.
So it was great, and there was the talent. You know, I do now. I say that the talent I've seen on Long Island is very close, very equivalent to some of the talent back then. In the middle, there were a few people in the middle through those years, but right now I see it. I see like the Long Island comics. I see very much what I used to see, and I have that feeling. I feel the same way I did like when I was hanging out with guys who have went on to.
Well, let's hope that this generation makes it that far. It would be great, you know. I hope I could be one of them.
Hey, you're starring in the Gagootz show.
Hey!
We had our new opening. If you watch the show from the beginning,
I loved our new opening. It's so cute.
Great. My son Ryan made it,
which is amazing, and I still have yet to see his video that he's made, and I'm angry at myself.
I'm on vacation. If you have, I know you're working very hard right now. You're working a lot of hours.
It's fine. But I'm definitely going to come and see it.
I'm going to have a barbecue.
And then we got to air it. I want to air it on here.
I put together a small thing. We'll air that.
Okay.
I put together the clip with you and me.
Because I want other people to see what Ryan's capable of. His son does great work. And it should
he does. Hey. $100,000. It's worth it. It was worth blowing that money.
Hey.
College education. Everybody should have.
Yeah,
one.
but you know what? At least there's kids that go to college today, and they spend their parents' money on going to college, and they don't care about what they're doing, and they're there, and they're not even sure what they want to be or where they want to end up in 5 years. They're just going there and going through the motions. He spent that money on his son. You know damn well he enjoys what he does, and he's committed, and he's hardworking and dedicated to it.
He is.
At least your money didn't go to waste.
No, not at all. Not at all. And he's editing right now. He has his own internship with a company that Korg. They make musical instruments.
Right.
So he films that, and he puts together commercials that you see on the internet. And he interviewed the band Tesla.
Yeah.
He interviewed the two guitarists of Tesla last week.
Really? Good for him.
And gave me a guitar pick, their official guitar pick that says Tesla on it.
Cool.
He gave it to me.
Awesome.
So it was really it's cool for him, you know. And he's working like 30 hours for them, and they said that when the internship is over, they're considering giving him a job.
Well, there you go.
So I'm very happy for him. And we have a competition going on right now. So we're going to show our, I believe it's entry number 6 of the Gagootz Show video contest, and all the details, where to send, and when the deadline is all on this. So we'll be right back after this break.
You're watching the Gagootz Show on Madhousetv.com.
Hands together for the very funny Bobby Morris. Let him have it.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you all for coming out and supporting live comedy. Woo! Yeah, you guys are awesome. I'm going to tell you about myself. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. Woo! Damn right. The mean streets of Bensonhurst. That's the last time you heard that. When I was growing up, my neighborhood had a lot of mafia activity. And because of that, my friends and I, we played a really fun game. We called it Who's in the Trunk? Our game was awesome. It was my friend's dad one time, though. That's what happens when you owe me money. But because I grew up in like such a dangerous neighborhood, my parents, they raised me with military rules. Yeah, because when I was a kid, my mother heard me curse, she ran to the bathroom, got the bar of soap out, then she put it in a sock and beat the crap out of me. Yeah, she didn't mess around. I grew up with a few knuckleheads. I didn't think they'd make it out of the neighborhood, but a few of them did. They went on and they received their degrees in assault and battery. It's fun. You know, it's been 8 months since Bloomberg's out of office. I'm so happy about it. I couldn't stand that guy. I thought he was going to try to put a limit on laughter. Seriously, man. Some of my friends moved out to New Jersey because they didn't want to deal with his crap anymore. I mean, think about it. Have you seen Governor Christie? This guy, he weighs over 300 pounds. He's not going to put a limit on anything. The only thing he might put a limit on is exercise. And how many children Snooki could have. But it's not easy living in New York. My rent is $1,300 a month. Believe that? $1,300 a month. And I have more storage space on my cell phone than I do in my apartment. But I don't know if I can leave though. I don't know if I can do it. It's just New York is so diverse. We have so many different groups of people. But I'm gonna be honest, my favorite group of people are the Mexicans. I love them. I say hello to every Mexican I see and I always get the same response. Hey boss. Hey boss. They don't even know me and they want me in charge. How could you not respect that on every level? You know what I'm saying?
You're watching the Gagootz show on Madhousetv. Don't come up a parole officer. No, I'm out of like the state right now. Don't tell nobody. I shouldn't even be on this camera right now. Wait. I shouldn't even be on this camera right now. I can't show my face.
He needs to switch to decaf.
Decaf.
Stretching under sedation, or manipulation under anesthesia, is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
What are you looking for? You don't even know that. Are you on the ball list? So you can't even answer. I'm asking you about it. You gotta be highly skilled. You understand that? Are you well versed there? Are you very smart man? Hit me with some funny shit.
My shit's twisted.
Tell me something.
What do you have right there?
That's awesome.
Well,
that's a big.
That's nice.
You know damn well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sir, are you interested in
Twisted
not?
talent.
I see you guys.
That's twisted. That's talent.
You see what I'm saying? You understand me? And if you can't whip out answers like that, that man is liable to door a commercial break, punch your fucking mouth loose. You understand me? Time is up, sir. You understand me? You're on. You're the man. All right, give me your name now. I'm sorry.
My name is Willie.
Willie, where you working at?
We are twisted. We are awesome. Love it.
Can you repeat that question again?
And we're back on the Gagootz show. Oh, this isn't my microphone. John Larrochia.
Yeah, John Larrochia from
How are
Laughter
ya?
Saves Lives.
You want to use the mic?
I do.
Savage.
This is like a 32 ounce.
Yeah.
That's nice, Benny. I want to make. You can make a few meals out of that.
I will. I make a nice stew.
A nice stew.
You can come over. You know where I live. When I'm done making, I'm going to make it over in the next couple of days.
Okay.
Come on over.
Have a little Gagootz party.
Have a Gagootz party.
Gagootz.
Gagootz. So, John.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me on the show 26 minutes ago. I really appreciate it.
We were a little delayed today.
If you see I still have on my bathing suit, you know why.
He was
my
in the
pants
pool.
were a little wet because I threw it right over. I was in the pool. Wife goes, "Where are you going?" I go, "Benny needs me." Benny, she goes, "Who's Benny? I'll tell you later." So my wife was nice, and she's on vacation. I told her, I said, "Benny's in a pinch." I love being on the show. I love being on the show, and it's nice when Benny calls and says, 6 other comics couldn't make it. You want to come down? and I said, could you give me a little less notice? He goes, I'll call you at 4. So here I am, supporting you guys.
Thank you.
You brought us this beautiful poster.
I brought my poster. I might as well bring my poster.
Thank you.
And we're going to have this poster behind us many times.
I won't know. I really don't watch the show. I said that to Jay Leno. I said that to Jay, not that I'm name dropping, but I am a little bit. I met Jay Leno, and I was out in Hermosa Comedy Club. He used to go there, and I think he still does every Sunday, and he does a set there every Sunday. So I was invited by his band leader, who happened to be the brother-in-law of my best friend who I lost on 9/11, Tommy Gardner. So he went down there, and I left my tape there for Hermosa to watch, my video at the time, my not 8-track, not that
VHS.
long ago. Yeah, VHS. And Leno pulls up, and oh my God, and Don introduced. He goes, listen, this is John Larrochia. He's a New York City comic and a New York City fireman. And Leno was great. Oh, a pleasure to meet you. Very sincere. I felt him, like he was a very sincere person. So I gave him a T-shirt, and I said, listen, Jay, I don't want you washing the car with this T-shirt. I hear you have 80 cars, and I'm going to frame it. I'm going to frame that, John. That's beautiful. All right, so I said, have a good set, just like one comic to the next, right? Have a good set, Jay. We start walking away, and I hear, hey, John. That's my Leno. Hey, John. So I go, yeah, what's up, Jay? He goes, you want to come to the Tonight Show tomorrow? Come on, my guest, VIP seats. So I look at him, and I go, you know what, Jay? I think the show sucks. And for a second, he forgot I was a comic. Like, you'd see the look on his face. It was like, oh my God, now what do I say? Then he looks at me and he goes, come on, you want to come? I said, of course I want to come. He was great. The show was great. And afterwards, the usher comes over to me and about 10 other people, stay here. He came back on the stage after the show, sat with us, pictures.
Oh, that's
I have
really
nothing
cool.
but good things to say about, It's nice when you meet somebody like that and it's like, wow, he's a good person.
Yeah.
He's a good person. Where I heard Letterman wasn't like that. Letterman was much
No,
cold. That's the stories I've heard.
I have friends who went to like Letterman's birthday party.
Okay.
And said you don't see him. If you want to see everybody else on the show, like there was that guy, Bud Nelman.
Right, the short guy,
the little guy. My friend used to go for that guy.
Right.
He was a fan of his, but he said they used to say, yeah, Leno wasn't like the most friendliest guy.
I tell you, my other brush once with fame was Bobby Valentine, the manager of the Mets. Now, are you a Met fan?
I am.
You remember Bobby? I won $320 seats for Friday night.
Yeah. Oh, you're a Met fan?
Yeah. So after 9/11, I hate to keep going back to 9/11, but we ran a Christmas party every December, obviously. Well, we weren't going to run one that December. We were devastated,
Right.
Well, we get a call from the Mets. Bobby Valentine wants to run your party. He had a restaurant right across the Grand Central from Shea Stadium at the time. So we go 2 days before the party, and hey, is there anything we could do to help? And they go, Bobby's downstairs. We go downstairs. He's actually wrapping gifts with his staff. He's doing it. He could have just said, hey guys, I'll show up an hour before the party, He was doing it. And then after that, you could say nothing wrong about Bobby. I would defend him because we didn't see that with somebody like that, right?
That's nice, yeah.
It was really cool. It was
here
really
we
cool.
have the Long Island Ducks, right?
Right.
And a
Bud
part
Harrelson.
owner is Bud Harrelson.
Right.
On Sundays, Bud Harrelson will set up a table and he'll autograph kids' balls all day long.
They don't even know who he is, though.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
Adults,
Some of them do.
The adults, does he do it for the adults, too?
Everybody, he's there.
Because you and I would be
kids,
more excited to see Bud Harrelson if you're a Met fan.
Yeah, some kids.
Right?
No, even I'm not a Met fan, but I respect the Mets and certain players. And my son, worked there at one time. He worked at Centerplate, the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
And then he said to me the first week or so, he comes late at night. He says, "Dad, I saw Bud Harrelson. I think he's senile. Walking around with his uniform on late at night. He's walking around, walking through the halls." And then he said, "I think he's losing it." And then it turned out he's a part. I said to my son, I said, he's part owner of the stadium,
right.
Part owner of that restaurant too. And his son was the bartender at it. So Ryan got to know. But then we went, and Ryan said he's like the greatest guy.
Yeah, my family goes back. My father was a Brooklyn Dodger fan.
Yeah, my uncle.
He just moved over to the Mets, and that's how I became a Met fan.
My Uncle Charlie, the same thing. So the famous thing about the Brooklyn Dodgers were owned by Walter O'Malley.
Right.
And he moved the team to Los Angeles.
Correct.
And everybody in Brooklyn hated him for that.
Right.
So there's an old a situation. You walk into a room, Hitler, Stalin, and Walter O'Malley, and you have a gun with 2 bullets. What do?
What?
You shoot Walter O'Malley twice.
Brooklyn fans,
That's
man.
A Brooklyn fan.
There's nothing like a Brooklyn fan, especially in the old days.
I took Ryan to the Hall of Fame twice, and the one time I took him was Goose Gossage of the Yankees was being inducted, and they inducted Walter O'Malley, he's passed on, but his son was there. The minute they announced Walter O'Malley, there was the Brooklyn section right over there.
Great.
Boo! You knew everybody who came from Brooklyn. They were, and as a matter of fact, there was a guy trying to start trouble, going, "You're gonna boo that O'Malley, that traitor O'Malley."
Make sure we boo him.
Yeah.
I went to the Hall of Fame January 1st with my son this year.
Oh, you did?
January 1st. Nobody in the place, Benny. There's like 10 people in there. And if you really love baseball and love reading everything, that's the time to go because you have the run of the place. Right. But I checked into the hotel, and my son was going to kill me. Poor lady behind the counter. She was from Long Island. She's working up there. And she was, I had to move up here, and I think she committed suicide and left. I'm like, yeah, really nothing to do up here. Why did you move up here? And I was so tired, I didn't know what I was saying. I'm like, yeah, really sorry. And we left, and my son looks at me and goes, what are you doing? This woman is depressed enough. You're telling her there's nothing up here to do. Why are you up here? She lives in a big house. I go, where's your kids? Oh, I live by myself in a big house. Oh, it must be lonely. I didn't know. I was just tired. When you're tired and just, but.
There's Doubleday Bar and Grill over there.
Right.
And I bought a T-shirt. The T-shirt says, "A drink in town with a baseball problem." That's the town. But anyway, tell us about what you've been up to in Laughter Saves Lives.
Well, before I get to Laughter Saves Lives, I want to get on something. We're talking about the Mets, and my father is a big Met fan. Okay? Like I said, from 1962. He's been a Met fan from day one. And never been to Met spring training. My mom, who died 2 years ago, she ran the family. It's like, my mother was it. So they did everything together, everything. And my mother was not able to travel a lot for some medical things, so they wouldn't go many places. She wouldn't stay at my house that much. So when my mom died, we were walking out of the intensive care unit. And we're walking out, and my dad looks at me, and he goes, I think maybe I could stay at your house sometimes now. Because they never stayed there. And I look at him, and I go, I'll think about it. Because that's what our family's all about. So I take him to spring training this year. Now, I've never spent 5 days alone with my father. Think about it. I mean, have you spent 5 days alone with your dad? Did you ever spend 5 days alone?
Most was 3.
Okay, I don't think I spent.
She actually
It was supposed to be 5, right? It was supposed to be. I've never done it, and he tells people, "Oh my God, my son took such good care." I mean, it's so nice to hear. My son took such good care of me. It was a wonderful trip, and I'm thinking, what trip was he on? All I did was yell, like, "What are you doing?" I came home and I said to my wife, "He made me crazy." I felt bad. I was yelling at him all the time, and he's telling people, "Oh my God, it was the greatest trip." I'm like, all right. But that's how Italians are. Yelling is love, right? So I got up a few mornings early before he got up. I worked out, I did whatever, so I could spend the whole day with him. And I really focused on him, and I was a little nervous about him, So I leave, and I said, what are you going to do? He goes, I went in the whirlpool, whatever. Okay, great. I go out the next day. What did you do? I went to the pool, whirlpool. So I come back the third day, and he's in the whirlpool. And I walk over to him, and I go, what are you doing? He goes in the whirlpool. I go, why don't you turn on the jets? Oh, there's jets? 3 days. He was like a potato in soup. Right? He's sitting there with a hot water. I go, you're a friggin' idiot. You don't turn on the jets? Oh, this is great. I turn, oh, this is great.
3 days. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break,
Right.
and we'll be back with more tales from John Larrochia.
Oh, he made me laugh.
You're watching The Gagootz Show on MadhouseTV.com. Maybe.
I'm Alan Scott, and you're watching MadhouseTV.com.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
And we're back for more craziness and silliness and tales of baseball and stories and foundations and what else? And Gagootz.
The Gagootz!
The Gagootz started the
star of the
baseball.
show.
It started the whole baseball thing.
Yeah.
Because they like baseball bats.
You would have brought that. If you knew that was coming, I probably wouldn't have been a guest. That would have probably been ahead of me, since everybody else was the Gagootz.
We should just do an interview. We just have the Gagootz,
Gagootz
like,
sitting
just,
there, yeah.
sitting on the
So,
couch,
Gagootz.
just like, how you been lately? How are things going? Oh my God, that's incredible.
See, I wouldn't have been here, so I'm glad you decided on the Gagootz late.
You know what? The sad part about it is you were about the 6th or 7th comic I asked.
I know, you don't got to keep repeating it. You gotta keep repeating it, Benny. I came to help you, buddy. Come on.
I love you, John. John, I love you. You know,
Hey,
I
like
go
they say
in
at the
bench
firehouse, and if you don't make fun of the guy, if you don't bust his chops, you don't love him.
Exactly.
Right? You just ignore him.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
all you firemen. My next door neighbor is a New York City fireman.
Oh, yeah?
And oh my God, the things, yeah.
I just met a guy over here. He must have been 85 years old. He saw my shirt. He called me over. It's a brother, you know. He just wanted to talk to me. It was really, it's so cool. No matter where I go in the country.
So tell us now. Tell us what you do now.
Okay, so I was on before. We spoke about Laughter Saves Lives. We do shows as a way to remember the guys. I wanted to do something to remember my guys. Everybody was saying after 9/11, never forget, never forget, never forget. And then I had to look in the mirror at one point. I was supposed to work. We lost everybody that day. My name's on the list. It's above my desk. Crossed out. Here's the list. So now what are you going to do to remember these guys? Their kids don't have their dad or whatever. You got to do something. I was more afraid that when I get up to heaven, hopefully I'm going up there, they would kick my ass if I didn't do something good. So I said, I got to do something. So I did comedy. They made me laugh so much. I was far from the funniest guy in the firehouse. Let's do comedy shows in memory. Make people laugh, raise money for cool charities in their name. And that's simply what we do.
Don't you have like a foundation for
Yes.
some of these kids for
Yes.
college?
Well, no. We
What
do
was it?
shows. We raise money for in memory of these guys. Now, understand they got
their names are
on the bricks
on the
there.
bricks, right?
The
If you
guys
look
from
clo- you have
Hazmat
to look
One,
close.
FDNY, they're in the bricks. We do shows in memory of these guys, but we help firefighters, and we just started helping some cops who do not get the help that these guys got. After 9/11, they got a lot of money. They got taken care of very well, thank God. But you have a volunteer firefighter from East Brunswick who has bone cancer, 40 surgeries, a young kid, been volunteering for 10 years. Money's not coming in for this kid. It's not in the news. That's the kind of things we try to find, and we write them a check. This is in memory of my guys that were lost on 9/11. Feel better. Boom. Police officer, female police officer was killed in North Carolina 2 months ago. Wrote a check to the families in memory of my guys. Sorry for your loss. Boom. That's
great.
what we try to do. And we sell our shirts, and we do the shows. Now we have the show on August 12th at the Belmore Theater, if I could talk about that a second.
Yeah.
Mom's Gone Wild. I didn't ask you because you're not a mom.
No.
Not that we know about it, as they always say, right? She's a cat. All right. But Mom's Gone Wild. I have 3 female comics that are mothers and me, because many times I've been called a mother. Oh, all right. Many times, though, Benny. And it's in memory of the guys that were lost from the area. Belmore, Merrick, Wantagh. But we're raising money for Angela's house. And Angela's house is a really cool place. Bob Policastro has been running it for, I think, 20 years when he lost his daughter after a year old. Very, very sick child, but homebound. Like, not in the hospitals, very sick. And he felt he had nowhere to turn. He wasn't getting the help. They were exhausted. So he started this home where you can drop off your very sick child that lives at home for a day, a week, just to get a break. And you would drive by in the neighborhood and not know there's 24-hour nursing care. It's made for sick, frail children, but you just drive past it and think it's just a regular house. Bob does great work. We're going to raise some money for them that night in memory of my guys. What a cool night.
That's great. And who are the comics? Who are the moms?
We have the moms. We have a Long Island favorite, Carrie Karavis, been around forever. Carrie's very old.
In comedy.
Carrie's great. She's a character. She's headlining. Stephanie Blum from Los Angeles, who I know for a long time. She has a show coming out on TLC. The show is called, I can't remember the name. Is it Mom's Rule? But she had a website, and she did all these female comics who are mom, talking about mom issues, funny stuff. TLC saw it. Discovery saw it. She's getting a show on TLC,
awesome.
which is really cool. So she's gonna be up for a few days. I kind of built the show around her, and we were gonna show the first episode of the show, but I couldn't get approval from TLC. Ultimately, that's why we were doing it in the movie theater. But it's good. And up and coming Talia Gill, who's a female comic.
Yeah.
She's gonna be doing a few minutes, and I'm gonna be emceeing.
Great.
So it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah,
fun night.
that's
I'm
gonna-
excited about it.
I hope people, if you're watching, really, you should go to this show. This is a great show. I think
Yeah.
Angela's house is a wonderful thing.
It is. It's a great cause.
I'm going to try to make a commercial. You
Okay.
know, like I make like a little bumper
Right,
commercial.
right.
So we'll try to make
Put
one.
the Gagootz in it. Put the Gagootz in it.
We'll have the Gagootz in it.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. So thank you. Thanks for letting me plug that one.
Hey, thank you for this great poster because you're not getting it back.
I don't want it back. I want it right there. Look at that. That looks nice. We have, and that's our backdrop, as you know.
That's your
Benny.
logo, right?
Does your fire hydrant have a logo? Like, does he have a name?
Yes, he does. I was just going to say that. His name is JP, short for Johnny Plug, because they used to call fire hydrants in the Bronx back in the day Johnny Plugs. And now, Nicole, we're coming out with some new merchandise. We have our gray shirt, which is our Laughter Saves Lives comedy tour. We sell an FDNY shirt. We're coming out with men's and women's tight underwear. Johnny Plug, it says, with the logo. What do you think? What do you think? You think it's going to be a seller?
He's going to be right on the front.
He's going to be right there, and above it, it's going to say Johnny Plug.
Oh,
Johnny Plug.
Hey,
Nicole, I'll give you the first pair.
I'm
And
thoroughly excited
You
about
don't have
this.
to model it.
I
Benny,
think-
you have to model yours.
Well, I think the male should say Johnny Plug.
Right.
And the female should say Johnny Plug me.
Maybe that's going too, but we'll
Do
think
the
about
tri-
it. We'll think
Triple
about it.
X.
Yes, we'll think about it. I like
Triple
that.
X size.
I like it though. You know what? It's funny. It's like underwear is like the new thing now to like put your logo on.
Yeah.
It's cool though. It's like
It is. It is.
We're gonna have
Gagootz on.
We're gonna have Gagootz show logo with
There
that
you go.
Gagootz right
Hello.
there. That's our logo right there.
Yeah, I like it.
My dad, he has a motorcycle club, right? And he goes, I'm going to make underwears for the ladies.
Underwears.
Underwears for the ladies.
All right.
Okay, what are you going to have on it? He's like, he said, enter cannoli here, or something stupid like that. I'm like, that's ridiculous. He goes, what? It's good. It's good. Oh, no, he goes, insert cannoli. I said, why don't you make, you're making these for the women? He goes, yeah. I said, why don't you make one for the women that says, we make your cannoli cream? How's that? He was like, Nicole, that's inappropriate.
Oh, that's inappropriate.
That's inappropriate. All right.
But
Give the
insert
women a little credit here.
Insert cannoli. I like that one. I like that.
That's funny.
Very good.
I gotta go pick up cannolis. I wonder if the bakery will be open after the show.
No.
There's a great. We've got some great Italian bakeries around this area.
In Long Island in general. Yeah.
In Long Island, yeah. So I think I'd like to have me a cream-filled cannoli.
Wouldn't we all?
No, but.
So can I tell you another story about my dad?
Yeah. Okay.
My dad is the topic on mine tonight. He's 80, but he gets around. You know, without my mom, it's like after we lost my mom and my dad would pull up in the car, it was always the same reaction. It would be like, oh, it's not the good one, you know. It's, he's all right, but, you know, not my mother, you know. But we're getting used to that now, and he stays over some weekends. But he does this a lot to me. Don't tell your sisters, I'm going to tell you something. But don't, and I go, Dad, I'm down on the phone. As he's telling me, I'm down, don't put this on me. All right, I'm telling him right now, whatever it is, you know. So he goes, so he says to me, now I want you to tell your sisters, and this was last winter, because I'm trying to get him to get a house in Florida for 2 weeks, all right? Just go down and get out of the snow. He tells me 3 days later, he says to me, I fell in the snow the other day, and they called an ambulance, the neighbor called an ambulance. It was fine, I'm fine. You know what I mean, I'm fine, don't tell your sisters. So I go, what do you mean you fell in the snow? Fell in the snow, I wasn't feeling good, I think it was overheated. The ambulance came, they brought me in the house, they took everything, but I'm fine. And he goes, what were you going to do? Right? What were you going to do? I go, you know, I would have probably did something stupid. I would have probably took you to the doctor or the hospital. What an idiot I am, right? He goes, see? That's why I didn't call you. You know, and I go, I know, Dad, you're right. It is normal, though. That's normal for a senior citizen to be laying in the snow. I go, in fact, when I pulled up to your house today, there were 6 senior citizens out front laying in the snow. So I'm an idiot, you know? But that's how they are. You know, he's thick.
Stubborn.
I know,
He's
yeah.
thick.
And the older they get, my
Yeah.
father was in his 70s, and we would argue about
Thank God
things,
he gets around good. 3 senior senators.
That's great.
Good, takes my aunt out, you know, he still gets around.
I saw my uncle, I saw my family. Now, as you get older, you know, you have a point in your life where you want to be, you know, independent.
Right.
Yeah.
Then as you get older, you miss your family, and you should love your family. So any opportunity you get. Sunday, I went to Brooklyn. Got together with my family from
Nice.
Staten Island.
Right.
We had a nice birthday party there.
Nice.
Got to see my uncle, 85 years old. And you know, as they get older, you're losing your relatives. So
Yeah,
my
yeah.
uncle, he looks great. He looks great,
Yeah.
and he lost my aunt a couple of years ago, and it was devastating because
Yeah.
they're so close. The old school married Italians, they did everything.
You hate to lose a relative, but you got to admit, Benny, the funeral's a lot of fun. My relatives' funerals, we always have fun. We have them go out with a bang, loud, laughing.
It's the truth.
And who's the star of the Italian funeral? It's that little old lady dressed in black. Am I right? They're always screaming, crying, yelling. My Uncle Joe died a few years ago. We had none of those ladies left. You know what I found out? You could rent them. We rented 2 of them for 2 hours. Yeah, 2 little ladies, $50 tip, they'll jump on the casket and faint. It was fantastic, Benny. Just an idea. Next time, you know.
You know, my Nancy says that I should be a professional mourner because I'm always going to someone's funeral. I've went to one every week for the past 3 weeks. And but it was like, you know, my friend Joe, his mom passed away, you know, so she's like, you're a professional mourner. My other friend, the mother died in March, but she was in Carolina, so they didn't have a service for her until
Benny was available.
Till Benny was upset. And they had it in Bayshore, so I saw it.
Benny, what's your schedule?
I read it in the paper. I knew the family. I knew her daughter and son.
So you read the obituaries? You read the obituaries?
Yeah, I do read the obituaries.
I get too depressed. I can't read them.
Yeah?
I can't read them either.
But I feel bad if I find out, like, sometimes you find out, oh, did you hear about blah, blah, and I'm like, oh, they passed away, and I feel, but, you know, they were good. I've lost some
That's
good
why you
friends,
call people, I think, when it's because people are going to say, oh, I wish you would have told me, and I would want to come. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice that people come. You know, my mother and father would do that to me. Oh, we can't come out. We got such and such. You know, we get at that age where everybody, all their friends thought, oh, we can't come out. I said, Ma, you know what a recurring event is? She goes, no. I go, put on your calendar every Wednesday, funeral. Because something, right, it's either the wake or the funeral is going to happen on a Wednesday probably. Put it on a Wednesday. If nothing happens, you got a free day. Home run, right? She didn't like that.
That's funny, but yeah, so you got to enjoy your family now when you can. And yeah, we do. We have the food is great at a funeral.
Speaking of crazy funerals, my Uncle Tony passed away a couple years ago, and the man, he loved going hunting. That was like his passion. That's what he loved to do. And he was one of those hunters. If he killed it, he ate it.
Right.
He wasn't somebody that went out and just did that. So when he passed away, you know, they're like, should we put him in a suit? Should we put him in a thing? He ended up, when he passed away while he was out hunting. He was in his suit.
Right.
He died with rabbits in his pockets.
Oh, my God.
And when
they left it that way?
And they left it. They took the suit that he was in and they buried him in the suit his hunting gear. And they made a big display of flowers that was turned into a deer head.
Oh
it was incredible. And when you talk about being crazy, like he was a big fan of Fortissimo, like this big gallon jug wine that we would drink. And we took it out and we started drinking. We poured it all around to everybody. We made a big toast, and you know, we went out with like a good feeling, rather than like, oh, this is so sad, you know.
Right. I planned mine already. My son knows exactly what I want. I did. I planned it already. I told him. I said, nobody can come wearing black. It's got to be shorts, T-shirts. Everybody has to come casual. And I said to my son, except for you. You have to wear a suit and get dressed up because you're a pain in the ass, and that's the way it's got to be.
And that's how it's going to
Yeah,
go.
you made me crazy all these years. You're wearing a suit.
I'm going to be brought to a test.
I remember your son when he was young. I remember a long time.
He got married. He moved up the block. What an idiot, right? Was right up the block from me. People are saying, "Oh, that's because he's a good kid and he wanted to be close to his parents." And I'm like, you know what? That says a lot about young people. They would want to live that close. Now I'm getting it. Hey, Dad, can you go up to the house and be like, can you get the dog? Hey, Dad, he's smart, this kid.
Yeah.
Right?
My son is going to, after 4 years of college, his final year, he's dorming now. But he's like, Dad, you got to buy me all new stuff so that, I said, well, why don't you take the shampoo and it? No, because he's going to use the dorm for, I guess, partying. He's going to come to our house to eat and shower.
There you go.
He's going to go, yeah. And he turned my garage. My garage is a movie studio.
He does good work, though.
He does good work.
I may be calling him, Benny. He looks like he does good work.
I'll tell you what, that opening, that 47-second opening was the best 50 grand I ever spent. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to end the show. The show is going fast with my favorite guest of all ever. The greatest guest we've ever had on the show, John Larrochia.
We'll be right back. You're watching The Gagootz Show on Madhousetv.com.
I'm George Krause, and you're watching Whoop Whoop Madhouse TV. I'm George Krause.
Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin. Galaxy.
Hi, I'm Tatiana, and I'm a person in long-term recovery from heroin addiction. It was really, really hard, waking up in the morning, not knowing what to do, needing my next bag. I was so lost, but I'm here today to tell you that there is a solution. When I was in my active addiction, I didn't realize that there was another way of life. I thought that that was the only way, because it felt so good to get high, but it was all an illusion, and I didn't realize that. But today, being 4 years clean and sober, my life is absolutely amazing. I'm able to travel, I don't need a drink, I don't need a drug. I'm just happy being with myself. I couldn't understand for many years why was I doing this? It's because I was an addict, but I didn't know it. Today, many kids are becoming addicted to drugs and alcohol, but they don't know exactly what they're getting into until they're out of it. And it's our job, it's my job, to stand for these kids, stand for their recovery, and fight for their addiction. So I'm the president of Onward Forever, and I provide recovery services and support. And we're here to help. We're here to just listen. Anything that we can do to help. If you need me, this is how you get a hold of me. Please call 347-244-1550. 347-244-1550. I developed this company to help you, our families, and our community to fight this crisis on Long Island and in our nation. Thank you.
Welcome to the Rehab Center located at 2025 Brentwood Road in Brentwood, New York. At the center we offer chiropractic services, acupuncture, and physical therapy. We take most major medical, no-fault, and workers' comp insurance. If you need these types of services, contact the offices at 631-234-4949. That's 631-234-4949. Welcome to the Rehab Center located at 2025 Brentwood Road in Brentwood, New York. At the center we offer chiropractic services, acupuncture, and physical therapy. We take most major medical, no-fault, and workers' comp insurance. If you need these types of services, contact the offices at 631-234-4949. That's 631-234-4949.
With the Gagootz!
With the Gagootz! Remember, we were supposed to have a contest. You said your Uncle Frank has...
Hey, I didn't know you were bringing this today. You didn't tell me. You just showed up with a Gagootz.
Yeah, I know. It was I had to bring it. It was hanging. It was hanging. It was.
My Uncle Frank's is probably just about as big.
Yeah, he grows them good. Some people don't.
And he has nice Gagootz too, Uncle Frank.
Some people.
He hangs his Gagootz.
Some people don't grow them this long.
That's huge. Ours is small.
His is big.
Yeah, he likes
a
big.
nice big Gagootz.
Me and Uncle Frank, we like a big Gagootz.
Yes, you do. You and Frankie.
So we're wrapping up our last 10 minutes over here. Is there some other stuff that you want to plug and talk about and get out into the universe?
Just go to laughtersaveslives.org. Find out what we're doing on there. I recently had some cancer surgery, if I could talk about that.
Yeah. And
laugh about it. But you know, you have something on your body, you got to go to the doctor. People don't go to the doctor. You go. I've had it for 2 years. What the freak? So I had this little lump, just a little lump over here, you know, and it was there. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "It's probably nothing. Go to an ENT. ENT, it's probably nothing. Let us take a biopsy." My biopsy came back kind of funky, but it's nothing. Go into the city, Mount Sinai. There's a specialist there. Let her remove it. I go in to see her. It's probably nothing. Okay, so it was a little bit of cancer. They cut it out. But what happens is she says you may lose feeling in your cheek for 3 days to 6 months. I go, what? 3 days? Nice, Doc. I mean, did you go to school 3 days to 6 months? So the thing is, I'm going under the anesthesia. Now you're scared. And it was a zoo. They give you a buzzer like Applebee's. Oh, we'll call you for your paperwork. We'll call you for your surgery. So, all right. You know, so I go up to the surgery, and they lay me down. After they interview you in a little room up there. So they lay me down on the table, they stretch out their arms, and the anesthesiologist, and I feel myself kind of going, you know, and the anesthesiologist says, I hear him say, John, we're going to give you something, and then I hear somebody else go, I already gave it to him. And I'm going, I'll make a mistake. Right? So I go out, now you come to. Have you been under anesthesia ever?
Yeah.
You been under anesthesia?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know when you come to and you're not really two yet. You know, I'm there, like, all right, and my wife is there, my nursing student daughter, and my nurse wife, and I hear the nurse say, John, we're closing the recovery room, because I was supposed to be there only for the day now, in 20 minutes. So if you want to stay longer, you have to go to the main recovery room. It's a zoo up there. You can stay, John, buddy. It's crazy, you know. So I'm thinking, well, I got to look, right? I can't even move. So I said, you know what? Let me look at the medical experts that I brought with me. My wife and my daughter. So I go to Paula, what do you think? She goes, we're leaving. So I go, oh my God, she must have seen something that she thinks I should get out of here. So they put me in a chair, all right, I get out to the car, and I look at her, and I go, why are we leaving? She goes, I'm tired and she's hungry. What? That's not a reason. I'm going, bring me back up. We can't bring you back up. So everything was fine, though. They cut everything around it, and I'm doing, you know, it should be fine. So.
I followed this surgery on Facebook.
Yes, I did a whole
You did a thing, but your family was taking pictures of you while you were drooling it.
Yes, they did.
And then you wrote something that you said to your wife you'd like to stay a little longer, and she said something to you like, stop being a Mary and let's go.
Yeah, take the balls out of your purse, Nancy. I think it's basically what it was. Yeah, I don't get, you don't get much sympathy at home. You know that, right? You know, you don't get much sympathy at home, no matter what you do on the outside. I teach for Homeland Security. I teach the military. I teach firemen. I teach cops. I teach classes where these big, brave guys come up there and go, oh, my God, John, that was amazing. We learned so much. 2 hours later, I'm home. I'm taking out the garbage. You're an idiot. You don't know anything, right?
I'm an idiot.
True.
My vacation started yesterday, 2 weeks off. And I'm an idiot because I told my family that I scheduled the dentist want to pull a tooth on the first day. I'm thinking, like, because I'm Italian, I'm thinking, oh, he's going to pull the tooth, and I'll be out bike riding, I'll be out jogging, no problem.
You don't bike ride or jog.
Or jog. So my wife, as I'm running out the door, my wife is like, where you going? I said, I was supposed to go one place, but they called me, I forgot I have a dental appointment. And she says, are they going to pull a tooth? Yeah. And she calls up the dentist. Don't pull his tooth. The guy's an idiot. I had oral surgery. They did that. And my wife, they're telling me what an idiot I am for getting my tooth. And I can't talk. And then the worst pain I have now is I was biting the inside of my lip because when I came home, and I should have just relaxed nicely, I was fighting with my wife while I was trying to eat, and my whole side of my face, so I bit the inside of my cheek.
Don't feel it.
I didn't feel it, but I kept feeling, why won't my teeth close? And then I realized...
You was close.
And then Nancy's like, are you in pain? I said, yeah, because I shouldn't be talking to you. And I'm biting my lip. I'm trying to eat something. I was starving. And she's like, you shouldn't eat pizza. It's that. And, the more she tells me what I shouldn't be doing, the more I took up cigarette smoking just to piss everybody off. Don't smoke. Oh, yeah, it's important. God, yeah.
After 50 years, you never smoked. Don't smoke.
Yeah, don't smoke. Screw you. And that's what I kept saying, too. Screw you. Screw the dentist.
I don't care.
I hated the dentist. I'm mad at my dentist that he would pull my tooth on when my vacation started. And then he gave me stitches. And then he says, I'm going away next week. So he's not going to pull the stitches out for 2 weeks. But then he
turned still in?
Yeah. Well, he put them in yesterday. So they got to be in for a few days. But you know what he says to me? Look, if you have a problem, there's a lot of oral surgeons in this area. Oh, I gotta go to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
You know,
much, Doc.
there's lots of orals right there. In other words,
Just open up the yellow page and close your eyes and point and figure it out.
but don't call me. Whatever you do, don't call me. I'm on vacation. I don't need you ruining my vacation.
Jeez Louise.
Oh man.
I lost feeling in my earlobe.
You did?
Yeah.
You still don't have
Can
it?
you apply for handicap plate for that? Because I tried.
I'm pulling on my earlobes. Like, do you even have real feeling in your earlobes?
You do.
You
but
do,
you know
yeah.
what? My finger has the feeling, so I'm feeling it, but it's my fingers.
My
so
whole-
if somebody else grabs it, I don't feel it.
The whole side
so
of
I
my
could get
face.
attacked, and somebody could flip me from my earlobe.
Jeez.
I need a handicap plate.
The whole side of my face
I need to park
yesterday.
close.
Need a handicap stick.
The whole side of my face was swollen and
Yeah,
numb.
drooling.
I'm trying to drink a, and then I had to go somewhere. And
When you get the straw, if you do it out of a straw, you're like,
yeah.
you make that face. You're like,
And
what's happening to me?
Did you ever get the eye stuff in your eyes? Where your eyes, you can't see.
Dilated?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, you have to stay there for a while, wear sunglasses. I'm going. I'm going. You know, so I walked
You
out.
walk outside, you're like,
I was not shaven, like worse than this with the and I'm walking. I look like so homeless. I'm walking around, crossing streets, and we're idiots. Guys are idiots. We think we know it all.
We think
we know
we're
nothing.
like idiots. Like, yeah, I can have that done and then go to work.
Right. Drive a car.
Drive a car.
Fly a plane. I can do everything.
Yeah. I don't have a problem. I'm gonna get my tooth pulled and then,
fine.
The doctor only did 400 of these surgeries. I know better.
All right, we're gonna go.
we gotta grab
we're just warming up.
You have any
right?
shows coming up this week?
This week, I don't have anything this week. No, August 5th at on the waterfront on a
And
Wednesday.
I don't know if I'm performing, but I will be at that show.
Yeah,
I'm
Paul
off.
Bond is headlining. I'll be on that.
Paul Bond, who was here recently.
Last week.
He's doing our gala October with the Laughter Saves Lives gala.
And you.
I'll be at Marissa's in Trumbull, Connecticut on Saturday.
Trumbull, Connecticut. All right. I won't be.
You won't be there. You'll be with them.
No.
With the Gagootz.
With the Gagootz. I'll be cooking Gagootz.
On the road with Gagootz.
The Gagootz on the road.
Have fun, guys. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for having me.
Thank
for
you.
coming.
You're
And
watching.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.
We'll see you next time. Have a good
Yep.
night.
I'll tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? Now, last week I told my wife I need a home improvement loan. She gave me $1,000 to move out. I'll tell you, my wife, there's always something, you know? Well, the other day I called her up. I said to her, honey, I've been thinking about the last time we had sex. I'm getting excited. She said, who is this? I'll tell you, my wife, she never went for me. Well, the first time I called her up, she told me, come on over, there's nobody home. I went over, there was nobody home. My wife, she drives me nuts. Oh, she was afraid of the dark, she saw me naked, now she's afraid of the light. Now, I tell you, that's all right, that's okay. I'll tell you. No, I tell you, actually, I shouldn't tell jokes about my wife. I mean, she's attached to a machine that keeps her alive, the refrigerator. And I tell you, my wife, she can't cook either. My house, we pray after we eat. I bought a pressure cooker. Now I eat off the ceiling. What a lousy cook. I don't think meatloaf should glow in the dark. I mean, she can't cook at all. She made chocolate mousse and antler got stuck on my throat. I'll tell you my trouble. I got the wrong doctor. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinnie Boombas. Know my doctor? And I saw him last week. I told him, Doc, every day I wake up, I look in the mirror, I want to throw up. What's wrong with me? He said, I don't know, but your eyesight is perfect. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I know I'm ugly. I asked the bartender to make me a zombie. Told me God beat him to it. And I'll tell you, you know when you're ugly, all right? Well, Halloween, my wife sends the kids out dressed like me. I mean, I'll tell you the whole story, all right? The whole story, okay? All right. I mean, you know when you're ugly. Well, last Halloween, a kid tried to pull my face off. And my kids, they flip a coin to see who has to kiss me goodnight. And I was an ugly kid, too. I told my old man, never took me to the zoo. He said, if they want you, they'll come and get you. Well, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect. kidding? Well, I was drowning. I was yelling, help, help. And the lifeguard ran over. I said, all right, buddy, keep it down, keep it down. I don't get no respect from anyone. Well, I called up suicide prevention. They tried to talk me into it. I'll see you after all that.